10 at 10 continues with No Wait Weather.
Summerfest for a meteorologist is something entirely different.
Yes, exactly.
Well, let's just say we did enjoy the week because things were very quiet, but now we have a very active overnight happening, and it's going to be a late one. So coffee's on, Robert? Yes, it is. All right, here's a look at that line of storms. A lot of thunder and lightning associated with them, moving into northwest Minnesota from near Winnipeg all the way into northeast North Dakota, then straight south into Stutsman County, and then a cluster of storms forming in northeast South Dakota. So kind of becoming a linear event, a solid line of storms where before it was just about 3 individual cells. Looking at hail size, the threat for hail will be there. 1 to 2 inch diameter hail as a rule with these storms moving through northeast North Dakota, western Stutsman County, some strong storms for that area as well. The hail threat there would be generally around 1 to 1.5 inch diameter hail. Now we follow that northward through the Carrington area, New Rockford area. We have a hail potential with those. And then as we move northward, the hail threat diminishes, but the severe threat does not, because gusty straight line winds is going to be true along all these storms. Look at this backward C shape, this nice wall. That means wind pouring out of Canada from the northwest through Hallock, Kennedy in Kittson County, moving into Grafton, Park River. So wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour have already been reported with this line of storms moving to the south and east. Roseau County, you'll be feeling some wind from that as well, and the hail potential not as strong with those. Now this is a brand new warning for these storms making their way down through the south and east of Langdon, out of the Devil's Lake area and through Devil's Lake right now. Up here on the north side of this system, a lot of heavy rain and very gusty wind, with radar data that continues to support gusts up to 70 miles per hour with this line right here pushing into the western reaches of Marshall County. So you have some moving out, Walsh County, North Dakota. So you have some moving in from the north, but this line moving out of the west will have a potent punch of wind with it as it makes its way in. To the south of Devil's Lake, as we move towards the area near New Rockford, some of these storms showing some signs of rotation as well. Just a good idea as they approach. Make sure you're staying away from windows. Damaging winds can topple trees, and, well, it can toss the lawn furniture around as well. See this area right here? Gusty straight line winds have blasted through Carrington, pushing into the eastern reaches now of both Eddy and Foster counties, and northern Stutsman seeing the same. Heavy rain, small hail around 1 inch or less, and then we have quite a bit of thunder and lightning with these as well. That's always a threat. Moving through Medina on its way past Cleveland and towards Jamestown, more thunderstorm activity. Now south of the border in South Dakota, just south of Dickey County here, this storm really just skirting along the state border there with South Dakota. So this cell warned until 10:30 for Brown and McPherson counties, and also these cells now have a more northerly component of movement to them. Large hail potential, upwards of 1.5 inches in diameter, heading toward the Britain area as we head into the late night. We have extended the counties included in the thunderstorm watch to include all of our northwest Minnesota counties and the Red River Valley. Again, the watch in effect until 1 o'clock in the morning. What's happening now, 10 o'clock at night, and it's 80 degrees still, 66 the dew point, so it's a muggy feeling, with southerly winds transporting more warmth and more moisture into the air overnight. 77 Grand Forks southeast winds at around 10 miles per hour. Still near 80 for most of our southern counties, 70s in the north and out to the west, with muggy air across the eastern third of North Dakota. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast as we head into the late evening hours. Storms in the southern and southeastern quadrant of North Dakota and northeast North Dakota will continue to progress into the Red River Valley as we go through the midnight hour and beyond. It looks like they will continue to move through western Minnesota, even into the 2 and 3 o'clock hour. The risk for the gusty winds will continue. I think that hail threat will also be there, but by and large, wind gusts over 60 miles per hour will be with us through around 3 in the morning, then quieter. Tomorrow's temperatures soaring out of the near 70-degree range into the upper 80s once again for many of our southern counties, low 70s for Lakes Country and the north. I think thunderstorm-wise, it's quiet tomorrow night. 71 to start your day in Fargo, 79 for your lunch hour. Northwest winds will be a little more refreshing, not as muggy, but still hot out there with the mid and upper 80s. Elsewhere, cooler weather along the international border and Lakes Country in the low 80s for tomorrow. How about for the big air show in town? It does look like Blake captured a dandy picture. Hopefully you had a chance to see him flying overhead. 7-day forecast shows quiet weather on Saturday. Saturday night, a storm or two possible into Sunday morning, but the best chance of storms returns next week then with the mid-80s.
All right, you're going to be busy tonight. Lots of caffeine.
Yep, and then again, as storms approach, wind will be the main problem tonight. We can have gusts over 70 in the middle of the night. That's no fun.
Oh, my goodness. All right,
thanks.
Well, still ahead for us tonight at 10 o'clock. Loyal Starbucks customers, extra access to the New York Times.
But first, the positive connection between exercise and easing the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease.